Well, hello and good morning to you. If you're just tuning in, this is the AM show on Joy News, and I'm here with Israel Lai. Hello, Israel.
Hello, anyone.
I think I've been really nice to you this week.
Okay.
Would you agree?
No.
Why?
You've just been yourself.
I've been nice to you this week.
This is nice.
Really? Okay, never mind. You see how men are. They say that women don't know what they want and don't appreciate anything. But I've been so nice to Israel this week, and this is what I get. I haven't teased you about the daily graphic.
No, but everybody who's watching us, they can tell whether you've been nice to me. You can ask them if you've been nice to me.
No, your caucus is too big. I don't ask anybody. I've convinced myself that I've been nice to you. That's all that matters.
Okay.
Anyways, so should we get into newspapers?
Yes, we're getting into the newspapers. We're starting with the daily graphic.
But you've opened your shirt and it's distracting me. No, don't close it. I like the distraction.
You wait. You know,
Oh. Wow. Okay. Should we get you a head covering as well?
like this one. Okay. Okay. Are you okay now?
No, I'm still distracted. There's a gap. You see, you can't win. You can't win. But anyways, anything interesting in the newspaper?
Okay, so we're starting with the... I don't want to suffocate. We're starting with the daily graphic. EC saved $90 million. That's election 2020. Reduced voting time to 3 to 5 minutes.
I see.
And yeah, so that's what the Electoral Commission chairperson has been saying, Jean Mensah. She says we were able to achieve this through a reduction of the cost of the election from $13 per person in 2016 to $7.70 per person in 2020.
Okay.
Well, that is remarkable, yes, if that indeed is something that... And then moreover, it also cut down the time it took a voter to vote from 10 to 12 minutes per voter to 3 to 5 minutes. So,
okay.
Yes, I mean, clearly these are things we all experienced during the election. So she goes on to talk about all the things that they've been able to do. And she was addressing the opening ceremony of the high-level parliamentary seminar on decades of democratic elections in Ecowas member states, achievements, challenges, and the way forward. And this happened in Winneba yesterday.
Yesterday, yeah.
So there's so much that she says, but of course we have the NDC insisting that no, the violence and the deaths that were recorded in the 2020 election were a blot on the poll. And indeed, they were a blot. But was the election more efficient? I believe so.
It was. I remember when I went to vote, there weren't too many people there. I think I was in and out in about 5 minutes.
Yeah.
So, went, found my name. Everything was very quick, given the ballot, and just out. And it seemed to be like that for everybody.
Yeah.
There seemed to be a free flow. Didn't really see much queuing. So, I mean, yes, of course, but then again, it's not really rocket science, is it? If a system is efficient, then there will be no issues.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, and they say they were able to also achieve this because they split the polling stations so that we had much fewer number of people per polling station.
Israel, forgive me if I don't get excited when institutions are talking about how efficient they are. They're supposed to be efficient. Like, do what you need to do so we can vote and be gone.
Well, yeah.
But now we're supposed to, praise you and thank you for doing it?
If they've done things better, yes, we should acknowledge that.
Why? They're supposed to do things better.
Well,
they haven't gone above and beyond.
In an environment where we find people not doing things very well, when things are going bad in all instances, or left, right, center. If someone does something...
That's what they should be doing.
Yeah.
We should be grateful.
We should commend them.
I'm still not convinced.
We're actually not... I'm actually not saying that people should go out there and say, hey, EC, you've done well. This is something they've done that they are saying that we've done. And
why?
We're only affirming that, yes, it's true, they've done it. That's it.
Okay.
Okay? All right, moving on to...
I'm just looking for something to fight with you about. Are you going to bring up the Ghana card this morning?
Yes.
Okay, good. Okay.
No, but the NIA, they're coming in.
Yeah, so you'll not speak for them this morning?
I'll support somehow.
So I won't get anything to fight with you about?
No.
Okay. I'll find something. Rest assured.
Okay. I have my mask on.
Okay.
And you don't have your mask on. Do you want to fight?
No, I don't.
Okay. Moderna intensifies search for African locations. We know Moderna, they're looking for a place to produce vaccines in Africa.
Oh, okay. They're still looking.
Yeah. They've been looking at that for a while now. Okay. And, there's a higher spec Prado is now affordable. It's 399,500. Are you going to buy one?
Oh, let's move on.
Will you buy one?
It's almost 400,000 CDs and it's affordable.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, my affordable hasn't reached there, please. My affordable is kinky and two fish. So I beg you, please. Please.
Okay. Biden Kenyatta to hold meeting. President Joe Biden will host Kenyan President Uhuru Kenyatta for a meeting in Washington today as the White House weighs sanctions against parties to the conflict in Ethiopia. All right. And in health, successful treatment of breast cancer early detection is key. Men must support the national fight against breast cancer.
Indeed.
By encouraging the women in their lives and other women to take screening seriously.
Indeed.
They should also help.
Exactly.
Screening.
I agree completely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I hope you're getting all the help that you need.
I intend to.
What are you waiting for? 2,126 lives lost in road crashes. That's MTTD saying that. The story is on page 16. So records from the MTTD indicate that between January 1 and July 31 last year, 9,520 motor crashes involving 16,226 vehicles had been reported. So 1,706 people lost their lives and 9,299 others got injured in those accidents. Okay, now that's worrying. So the story itself reads, Ghana recorded 2,126 fatalities from road crashes between January and September this year. The Motor Transport and Traffic Department of the Ghana Police Service has announced another 11,659 people sustained varying degrees of injuries in the 11,585 accidents within the same period. So we keep talking about these road crashes, and yet we're getting them. We're always talking about drive safety, arrive alive and all of that. I don't know why we're still having these accidents happening. Of course, we have the motorcycles also being a major problem. And we're recording quite a number of deaths as far as the motorcycles are concerned. Reconsider directive on Ghana card. Organized labor. This is an issue we're going to be talking about. But organized labor has asked the Controller and Accountant General's Department to reconsider its directive that government workers without Ghana cards will not be paid their salaries effective December 1. According to organized labor, the process of acquiring the Ghana card had not been efficient and easy, and implementing such a policy within a short time will be problematic and unfair to the affected people. So we have the Industrial and Commercial Workers Union, ICU, the Ghana National Association of Teachers, NAT, and so these two bodies have issues with that directive. Also, in the Daily Graphic, in politics, entreats government to probe election 2020 debts. So Mahama tells Eastern Region House of Chiefs, says, we are not surprised that for the first time in our history, such a number of innocent people should be killed in an election. And that's what I keep saying, that as far as the NDC is concerned, well, of course, everybody else, the fact that people die in an election is certainly a blot on that election. So we hope this doesn't happen again. But it's important, yes, let's probe and get to find out what happened, and the people who are culpable should be brought to book. PNC endorses anti-LGBTQI+ bill. Then Pasera Daniba withdraw case against Nabla, 17 others. New suit to be filed next week. So please take note that the plaintiff's hearing wholly discontinue the instant action against all defendants with liberty to reapply. NDC communicator granted bail in incest case. So the NDC Central Region Communications Officer accused of having impregnated his daughter, Mr. Kwesi Dawood, has been granted bail by a Cape Coast Circuit Court.
That's interesting. I did that story at the beginning of the week, I think, yeah.
Okay, so there's another, well, this is not a story, but the Bank of Ghana has put out an advert in the Daily Graphic. I find it necessary to share that with you. So it says, scam alert, world remit money doubling scheme. Bank of Ghana has identified a money doubling scheme operating in Ghana under the pseudonym World Remit. This fraudulent scheme is distinct from the globally renowned fintech World Remit, which is in the business of international fund transfers. The scheme encourages customers to select preferred packages, following which a code is generated by the fraudsters, with which they obtain the WhatsApp account of their victims for spurious purposes. So the Bank of Ghana is warning, stay away from that World Remit money doubling scheme. Please stay away, so that when eventually you get scammed, you don't start crying that you should be, government should pay the money back to you. So please get a copy of the Daily Graphic. It's on page 19. Read it thoroughly and get to know what it is all about. We have to move on. Now, LGBTQI+, morally wrong. That's a Muslim group saying that. Police rolls out new strategy against bullion van attacks. So the police administration has given hint of plans to review strategies for the safety of movement of cash across the country. The new plan, details of which are yet to be made public, was made known when the Inspector General of Police, Dr. George Akufu Dampare, held a meeting with officials of the Bank of Ghana and the Association of Bankers to discuss security issues in the banking sector. Infrastructure Fund injects $2.9 billion into the economy. In regional news, build mental hospitals for Middle Northern Belt, advocacy organization to government. And in the center spread, let's strategize to improve educational standards, Northern Region House of Chiefs. Flag issues that derail democracy, President urges ECOWAS bodies. He says good governance should and must imperatively exclude political maneuvers to maintain power beyond constitutional requirements. And infanticide girls to receive sponsorship to China. Lock horns with 5 schools in renewable energy challenge today. And we go to collaboration needed for disaster risk management. Speakers declare at Accra Forum. Then let's get to the other stories in the Daily Graphic. September inflation hits 10.6%, highest since July 2020. Okay, that's of concern. So inflation is going up. It's an indication that prices are going up, and so we should be mindful, do something to bring it down. Make land acquisition seamless, Menu Adabo. And in showbiz, old acts not spent forces. That's Kokoveli.
Kokoveli Masanaba. Yeah, I remember that.
Miss V says, very easy ignoring my haters.
Go, Miss V.
Yeah, ignore them. People hate you. Okay, so getting to the very...
Okay, Israel, you've done 16 minutes.
I have?
Yes.
Okay, you take over.
Thank you. Okay, let's go to the Ghanaian Times this morning. I'm sorry, did you have a story that you wanted to do? Tema Motorway ran about phase 2. There's a story at the back there.
Yeah, Tema Motorway ran about phase 2. Government secures $35.5 million Japanese grant for the project.
Okay. You're done?
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay. So the Ghanaian Times this morning. Coup d'etat in West Africa. ECOWAS reviews protocols, that's according to President. Extraordinary session of ECOWAS Parliament opens in Winneba. And major earthquake hitting Ghana high at International Day for Disaster Risk Reduction.
Essentially, they're saying the chances of major earthquake hitting Ghana is high.
It's getting high.
Should have brought a comma after Ghana so that we It makes sense. You get it?
Yeah. I know. Yeah, I get what you mean. My concern with the earthquake situation is the first place that comes into mind is the
McCarthy Hill.
Yeah, McCarthy Hill, but also on the way to Kaswa, on the left. If you're heading to Kaswa, you know where there are a lot of houses up there, and you slowly see the hills eroding.
Okay.
And so Daniel and I did a story, and we went up there because at that time I think something had happened, and like the tin they crumble.
It feels like
it's
the
crumbling.
slightest shake, it's gonna have the houses. You're gonna have the houses tumbling down.
Anyways, hairdresser in trouble for pouring hot water on son. So 42-year-old hairdresser poured water on her 19-year-old son for being stubborn. I see. Wow. Okay. 2 boys cycling. You see, this is something that bothers me about our education and our socialization. I think that parents need to be trained on how to punish their children.
Okay.
Because you don't want to cause lasting damage. You want to rehabilitate. You know, and there's a skill and a strategy because you're influencing the human mind and human nature. And so, I mean, pouring hot water and scarring him, he'll look at it and remember the pain. But depending on how he processes the pain, he could be worse or he could be better.
Sure.
You know?
But I mean, the way I see this is these people who go to such extremes to punish their children, I don't think they're thinking straight at the time.
Yeah, no.
No matter whatever training you give to these people, they may end up doing.
But is it not also maybe because that's what they know? They don't know any better.
It's true, though.
So, I mean, anyway. Mass graves evoke stakes of faltering peace push in Libyan city. UN court rejects Kenya case in Somalia border row. Eswatini deploys army to quell pro-democracy school event. And Bost is saying that there's no adulterated fuel on the market. Tourism Minister inaugurates boards of 3 agencies.
So with the bus story, they're saying that even though the tankers, some fuel from their depots were adulterated, they detected it as they were making their way into another depot. So they didn't get onto the market.
Well, we thank God for that. Airports Divisional Police Command reaches out to transport operators. PWDs working at toll booths lament maltreatment, job losses as revenue collectors. So the contracts of about 389 persons with disabilities working as revenue collectors at some toll booths across the country have been terminated since August last year. Oh, that's very sad.
Okay, so this issue also came up yesterday on News Desk. It turns out that it was more of a performance appraisal, and they didn't perform, and so they had to. And it's not as if they got rid of the PWDs and put able-bodied persons there. They put other PWDs.
I'm sorry, there was non-performance? How much?
And theft and all of that.
Okay, because how much skill really do you need to collect ticket? Collect money, give ticket. Collect money, give ticket.
So you do that, and when they call something shortage. So it turns out that you're supposed to have collected so much money, but then when they check, they realize that
you've taken some.
Yeah, you don't have that much.
Okay, so basically you've taken some. Okay, yeah, but you don't have that much. Well, okay, so let me talk about this earthquake thingy for a second. The potential of a major earthquake hitting the country remains high, with devastating and costly consequences should it occur. NADMO is advocating on immediate full characterization of the country's earthquake hazard to assess the likely effect on people and structures. I mean, even the raining, like we haven't finished dealing with raining. Like, can you imagine, like, Charlie. I'm not even gonna do the story, but you know, take a minute and read up on some earthquake protocols, I think, so that you know what to do if something like that happens. Off the top of my head, I'm trying to remember, I think something about going under a table or going under so that if something falls, you know, but apart from that, it's not really something that we've had to worry about.
Something we should have a conversation about, that, you know, sensitize the people.
Yeah, I get that. Okay, motivation of teachers critical for student development. Muslim groups commend Sam George over LGBTQ plus advocacy. Good morning to you, Sam George. Government rolls out water for all. Oh, I love how this government rolls out water for all. Amen. Hallelujah. Newmont's Achim mine pays 111 million Ghana cedi dividend to government. Okay, inflation up 10.6. World Bank charges Ghana and others to exhibit transparency in debt reporting. Okay, and then also the price of LPG is to go up next week. I think it's about 14 pesos per kilo. It was 40. Yeah, it was 40 pesos per kilo. But consumers are going to be cushioned because of the removal of the price stabilization and recovery levy. So, Council of Ministers have reaffirmed commitment to agreement establishing AFTA. And let's do some sports. Ronaldo nets 58th career treble. Lightweight boxer Kuwanu signs 3-year management contracts. And GNGC, there will not be power outages during 2-week shutdown. So it's going to be a 2-week shutdown there at Tuabo gas processing plant for 2 weeks. But Mr. Bempa has assured us that it will not affect the power that comes into your home. So shall we do myjoyonline.com?
Yes, which should do myjoyonline.
Okay, so let me look for my entertainment stories, because you know how I love bringing you the entertainment stories. So KOD condemns bisexual Superman. Have you seen those pictures? Apparently one of the characters in Superman, the comic, I'm not sure if it's going into a cartoon as well, is going to be bisexual. So there's a picture of 2 Supermen kissing. It's been making the rounds on social media. And of course, we were expecting, okay, so the main character in the new Superman cartoon series, John Kent, is bisexual. And we were expecting this kind of strategy at some point. They've done it. Those who are pushing the whole homosexuality thing have done a great job of desensitizing us to seeing gay people or lesbians making out on TV.
I hope they don't try that with James.
And all of that. But yeah, okay.
I hope they don't try that with James Bond.
I will see. A gay James Bond, which reminds me, oh, there it is. Yeah.
Okay, so my JoyNews, we have my JoyNews ready. So shall we go to?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Anti-LGBT bill, let Attorney General take it up, or it could be an exercise in futility. There's a majority leader saying that. Don't allow pain of losing election influence suspicion of cheating to defeated presidential aspirants. And I'm thinking, look, this is quite a job, man. Man murdered at Suame Nomanje in Kumasi. Saglemi Housing Saga Collins Dada trial adjourned to October 21. Ongoing SIM card re-registration will be the last of its kind. NCA assures Ghanaians, we hope so. Minority in Parliament initiates move for review of 1992 Constitution. Okay. Every one of Akufo-Addo's Arabian King-style trips will be accounted for after recess. That's Kujoto Ablakwa saying that. Circuit Court grants bail to NDC's communications officer, and I'll strategically protect some MPs if elected as MPP chairman. That's Asamoah Boateng Asabi saying that.
Okay, so still ahead, the Minister of Youth and Sports, Mustafa Yusuf, has tasked the new board of the National Youth Authority to be innovative to meet the demands of the Ghanaian youth. Okay, so we'll bring that later. But
that's coming up in sports. So
yeah.
Do stay tuned in. We have sports coming up right after.
Before we go, did you see the Hearts of Folk picture?
Yes.
Your people.
Yes.
So what are they doing in the eyes? Jojo, do we have the picture? Yeah.
Okay. So
they are acclimatizing.
Yeah. You know, it happens. This is not the Jojo. There's another photo. Let's.
We don't have the other photo. This is the photo.
No.
This is the photo. We don't have it.
So what is happening? And this happens in everywhere. You see the players getting into buckets of ice. Okay. It's some therapy.
You see, with other teams, it's to relax the muscles. But with this one, what they're actually doing is trying to get them ready so that they can deal with the cold weather when they travel.
But what is your problem with that?
What, has anybody stated that they have a problem?
Because there are people who are suggesting that the Accra Folk players are being bathed in some juju potion or something.
Juju water. Oh, really?
But that's not the case.
How do you know?
Get us the other photo.
We don't have the other photo. Hey.
No. I will pull up this photo. If you guys refuse to pull up the photo, I have the photo on my phone and I'll show it to everybody else. And then they'll see that.
Okay, so anyway, we're going to take a quick break.
No. Hold on. We're not going to take any break. Yeah, just wait. I'm going to pull up the photo. And yeah. Okay.
We can't see it.
No, you're going to see. Because they are refusing to pull up the photo. Okay. Is this also juju?
Wait, I don't see anything.
Is this also juju?
I don't really see anything. I don't see anything. I do see...
It's time for sports.
Now it's time for sports. Now I see.
Yeah,
anyway.
when Oreku comes in, Oreku can tell us more about it.
And Oreku is suddenly going to make the situation better. It's actually Muftal, not Oreku.
And Muftal knows a lot more about this thing, so he's going to talk about it.
Okay, if you say so, Israel. Anyway, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll bring you back.
Crass of Folk Abre.